If you have ever found yourself in a situation where somebody talks to you and you know what to answer, you understand and you know what to say, but you just don't say it because you probably feel overwhelmed, you probably feel too shy to speak, and you just freeze even though you know what to say. So if you find yourself in this situation, that you understand English, that you feel capable to talk properly in English, or just to communicate yourself in English, but you just don't do it because you feel kind of scared, you feel kind of shy. I got you. I've been in that place, in the same situation. I was too scared to express myself in English, and I didn't do it. I was too scared to talk in public spaces and have people to actually listen to me and just be myself in English because people can actually understand you. When we are learning a second language, we believe that we have to be perfect for people to understand us. That belief is probably what is holding you back to actually communicate with people because you think you have to be perfect to speak perfectly, to pronounce things correctly and perfect, to have the perfect accent and things like this. But the truth is that you don't need any of that. You don't need to be perfect in certain language to speak it or to have people to understand you. Probably watching content online of people who speaks multiple language, do not feel overwhelmed by those people. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Most people who speak several languages is because they have double ethnicity, like they are from two countries. I don't know how to explain this. Like their parents speaks two different languages, and that's the reason that those people speak or do not have certain difficult time when trying to learn those languages because their family already speak them and because they had time living in those countries that allowed them to learn more that language. If you don't have that privilege of having parents that speak different languages, if you probably do not travel to different countries to have contact with that culture and with that people that is gonna allow you to understand, that language, do not feel frustrated for that. Do not feel behind because that's not the case. You can learn a language from your home, you can start practicing, you can get to a level where people is going to actually understand you without you having to travel to a certain country, without you having to be perfect. So just get rid of that belief that you need to be perfect to start practicing your English skills or any language that you're trying to learn. Just start talking, just start communicating with people. If you don't have anyone around who speaks English or speak the language that you're trying to learn, just speak by yourself. Create a social media where you can talk so that you're actively learning and you're actively expressing yourself. Over time, you're gonna lose that fear. When I started learning English, I was always telling to myself that someday I am going to be fluent. Someday I'm gonna have conversations with people easily. By thinking this way, I was constantly trying to improve every day, even though probably it's not perfect, even though probably I would be forgetting about words or forgetting about grammar and forgetting about how to say certain things right. I was still improving each day because that was my goal. I wanted to learn English, so I took a step by step forward to my goal. So even though you can notice how I still try to think how to say certain things, that I'm not completely fluent because it's not my first language, but I'm still trying. Do not feel behind just because you don't talk. It can be little by little, implementing each skill every day. Also think about the opportunities that it's gonna bring you to learn a second language. And English, most important, that is the universal language. In every country, people is learning English as their second or third language. That's gonna open you a lot of opportunities. You don't have the possibility to communicate and learn from people. So think about the opportunities that you can get from learning a language. Think about how it can benefit you, and not just getting to know people, but also the knowledge that you get from being bilingual. I am a person who likes to read a lot. I used to read a lot of books in Spanish, but the moment that I got a little bit more fluent in English and I began to understand more content in English and books and phrases, I began to read a lot of content in English, and I am really glad that I got to know so many authors that I like the way they perceive the world, and I could learn through their books new things. I think I have my books in here. You can see them. They're in English and Spanish, so you can practice a lot just reading or doing the things that you like to do. So yeah, you get a lot of knowledge. You get to learn new things that you never thought you were gonna learn, or you can watch a lot more content. Also with YouTube videos, I like to watch videos from people speaking in English, but I also watch content in Spanish, of course. There's a lot of possibilities and a lot of things that you can learn, a lot of things that you can get yourself involved just by learning a language. So don't be scared, just try it, just keep doing it, keep working on it, and you're gonna make it someday. I'm still learning. I don't say like, okay, I'm perfect in English. I always have in my mind, I'm still learning, and that pushes me to learn new words, to learn new ways to express myself, and that's beneficial to me, because if I convince myself that I already know English, that I am perfect in English, I'm gonna stop trying, I'm gonna stop learning, and that's not good. I wanna still learn, I wanna communicate more with people so that they can help me, they can give me feedback on how can I improve my pronunciation, how can I improve my way of expressing myself or my tone and things like this. If you're a native speaker watching this video, you can give me feedback on how can I improve more. If I said something wrong, you can correct me in the comments below. My final message with this video: don't be scared to speak English, just try it. Forget about the beliefs that you should be perfect to start talking. Forget about that and just talk. You don't need to have a perfect accent. You don't need to have a perfect pronunciation for people to understand you. Just listen to me. People is gonna understand you anyway, because English is universal. A lot of people talk this language with different accents and they just communicate, for business, for calls, studying abroad. They just do it. They just use English to communicate on a daily basis, and it doesn't have to be perfect or anything. So thank you for watching until the end of this video, and I see you in the next one. Make sure to subscribe if you like this video, and yeah, bye bye.